Hello, first graders, and welcome to Writer's Workshop. You have been working for many weeks now on writing your small moment stories, okay? You've really been focusing on thinking of an idea, planning out your writing, writing it down, and then revising. Today we're going to be thinking about another way to help us revise, okay? So writers, have you ever been tricked by a cookie? You see it lying there on the plate, brown and scrumptious and ready to eat, and then when you take a bite, ouch! The cookie is as hard as a rock. Nobody wants a cookie that's too hard to eat. Cookies need to be baked just right so that they're easy to eat. It is the same thing with writing. Your writing should be easy to read. You work so hard, pouring your hearts into your stories. You don't want readers to say, oh my, this is too hard to read. Using neat handwriting is important when you write your story, but that's not really what makes your story easy to read. What makes your story easy to read is careful spelling, spaces between words, and ending punctuation. So today, first graders, I'm going to teach you that when writers are ready to publish, they make sure their writing is easy to read. One way they do this is with an editing checklist that reminds them of all the things they know about what helping readers read their stories, okay? So here's an editing checklist that can help us today. So when you go back and fix your writing to make it easy to read, it's called editing. Look here at all the things you know so far about writing so that your readers can read your stories easily. Let's use the checklist to help us, okay? So let me zoom in a little bit so kids can see. So this is our editing checklist. The first part says, I put spaces between my words. So as we're ready to use the checklist in our own writing, we could make a big check mark right here if we remembered spaces. The next part says, I checked the word wall. All of our classrooms had word walls, and in our Google Slides, there's a link to a word wall too that lists all the first grade words. So you could check the word wall to help you with words that you already know. The next part says, I spelled tricky words the best I can. I wrote letters for most of the sounds. So remember in Foundations, we've been working on tapping and blending our sounds together. So if you get to a tricky word that you don't know and it's not on our word wall, you're going to tap and blend all the sounds together to write as much as you can for that word. The next part says, I use ending punctuation and uppercase letters to start sentences. So today and every day you will start every sentence with an uppercase letter, and you'll end every sentence with a punctuation. So if it's a statement, you'll use a period. If it's a big, excited, loud sentence, you might use an exclamation point. And if it's a question, of course, you'll use a question mark. The last part says, I can read my writing, and my friend can read most of my writing without my help. So we want to make sure we can go back into our work and read our own writing, and we could be able to hand it to a friend or a grown-up at home, and they would be able to read it too. So first graders, I'm going to show you a piece of writing that I started, and then we're going to use our checklist to help us jump into it and fix some mistakes, okay? So first I would like to read it to you, and then we'll look at our checklist. Okay, so I started this story, and you can see in my picture that I made me and I made the waves. This is me at the beach, okay? So here's my story. It says, one day I went to the beach with my dog. It was so fun. I like the beach. Oh boy, this is just the beginning, but already I'm noticing some mistakes that I want to fix, and I bet you're noticing them too. So let's jump into our checklist, okay? I put spaces between my words. Let's jump into our writing and see if I put spaces between each word. Well, I was doing pretty good at the beginning. Yep, I definitely see lots of spaces, but oh no, look at this right here. I smushed together all these words. I wanted to write, it was so fun, but all of them are together. There's no spaces. I'm going to jump in and fix this. So I'm going to rewrite this now, putting spaces between my words. This will make my writing easy to read. I'll be able to go back and read it, and I could even hand this to a friend to reread. I'm going to go ahead and cross this out because that's not first grade writing. Oh, excellent. Let's keep checking. Oh, yeah. Oh, fantastic. All right. Here we go. Excellent. I put spaces between my words. Check. Let's look at the next spot. I checked the word wall. let's reread our writing and see if there's any words in my story that are on our word wall that I can go back and fix. So let's see. One day I went to the beach with my dog. Oh, wait a minute. I definitely remember this word from the word wall. Oh my, that's right. Even though it sounds like the letter I, it's really not an I, it's the letter Y. I'm going to edit this work. Oh my. Here we go. It has the letter Y in it. I know how to spell buy and try and cry. I can spell my. All right, excellent. Let's keep going. So I went to the beach with my dog. It was so fun. Excellent. Wait a minute. That word is definitely on my word wall, but this doesn't look quite right. I think I'm forgetting a letter. That's right. There's an E at the end of this word. I can check my word wall and I can double check. So I'm looking at the word wall. L-I-K-E. Oh, yes. L-I-K-E. Like. Oh, yes. I like the beach. Perfect. So, friends, did we check the word wall? Absolutely. Check. The next part says, I spelled tricky words the best I can. I wrote letters for most of the sounds. So let me jump back into my work. One day I went to the beach with my dog. It was so fun. I like the beach. I think I did. I tried my best. When I got to this tricky word beach, I wrote it 2 times, but when I got to this tricky word, I just tried to stretch out all the sounds as best I could. So let's look at our checklist and give ourselves a check. The next part says, I used ending punctuation and capital letters to start my sentences. So, whoa, this one I really need to check. So I'm going to first look at starting my sentences with an uppercase letter. So, oh boy, right away I'm noticing my mistake. This is the first word in our sentence. I need to make sure it's uppercase. So I'm going to turn this O into uppercase O. Excellent. One day I went to the beach. Perfect. So let me reread this because right now this looks like one giant sentence, and I wonder if I can notice a natural pause in my writing so that I can figure out where to put a period. So here we go. One day I went to the beach. Oh, no. One day I went to the beach with my dog. Oh, that's right. Yeah, there is a period here. Perfect. It was so fun. I like the beach. Oh boy, I'm noticing that I see a period right here. I forgot to start the next sentence with an uppercase letter. Oh my, that's right. Every sentence today and every day will start with an uppercase letter. It was so fun. I need uppercase I. And then of course there's a period here. That means I'm starting a new sentence. And first graders, I bet you already remember that when I stands alone, I always has to be uppercase. And whew, my eyes just noticed this one too. Oh boy, I can't wait to fix this mistake. So let's double check. We started every sentence with an uppercase letter, and we made sure that when I stands alone, I is uppercase. Excellent. Okay, so I definitely started with an uppercase letter. Let's jump back into the writing and make sure that we're ending with punctuation. Okay, did I end every sentence with a period? One day I went to the beach with my dog. Oof, oh, I have a period. Perfect. It was so fun. Oh, another period. Nice. I like the beach. Oh no. Oh, I'm so glad I'm double checking my work because I forgot a period right here. Perfect. So did I start every sentence with uppercase and end with punctuation? We just fixed it, so let's give ourselves a check. The last part says, I can read my writing, and my friend can read most of my writing without my help. So let's try one last time. Let's read this story and make sure that we can read it, and maybe even a friend could read it too. One day, I went to the beach with my dog. It was so fun. I like the beach. Ooh, there's some things I'm noticing that I didn't fix. Most of my letters are beautiful first grade lowercase letters, but then there were a couple times where I put in some uppercase letters, even though it's not the beginning of a sentence. So, oh boy, I'm going to try to fix that. I see 2 times I wrote a word with a bunch of uppercase letters. I'm going to practice my very neatest first grade lowercase handwriting. So I'm going to cross this out. I have room right here, so I'm going to go ahead and write it. Lowercase b, lowercase e, lowercase a, lowercase c, lowercase h. Perfect. One day I went to the beach with my dog. It was so fun. I like the beach. Oh, I'm going to cross this one off. I'm going to practice my lowercase letters. Excellent. And then, of course, a period at the end of our sentence. Wow, I can definitely read this now, and I think even a friend could read it. So I'm going to give myself a check. So first graders, your challenge today is that when you think you're finished with your writing and you're ready to go back and edit it, You too can use an editing checklist. You might want to use this one so you can look at each part, or you might get into the habit of having a checklist in your mind. And you can ask yourself, did I put spaces between my words? Did I check the word wall? Did I spell tricky words as best I can using all the sounds I know? Did I end with punctuation and begin with an uppercase letter? And can I go back into my writing and read it to my friend? And could my friend maybe even read it to me? So your job today, first graders, your challenge is to use this editing checklist to jump back into a piece of writing that you've already started and edit your work. All right, first graders, have fun.